Getting ready to go on a little journey tonight. I hope that you guys will come along with me. And there we go. Just make sure everything looks right. I mean, judging from this perspective, everything should look right because I am looking into the eyes of someone who I care for. And I can hear myself okay, which is good. Yeah, who wouldn't want to look into the eyes of their beloved? I mean, this is something that can only be appreciated by the one who loves them. And I'm glad that this is a person who I love. And that we certainly like to spend our free time sharing our affection with each other. And it really shows when we are able to do things like help each other out when it matters the most. So, yeah, I promised you guys that this would be something I would be doing before tomorrow because tomorrow I'm gone for a few days. But that doesn't mean that we still can't give you guys, as Miss Skyla is showing, a lot of love and affection for the audience here tonight. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthia back with you here at Novaura Autism for another edition of A Day in the Life at Tales of Eorzea here in Final Fantasy XIV. So, tonight it is going to be a continuation of what I was doing in the previous stream from 3 days ago. And while I'm getting set up for that, hey there Miguel and Edgelord, good to see you both this evening. Glad to have you both with us, as well as our other viewers who have just joined us. So this evening I'm going to be continuing on with Matthia as far as showing off the level 60 challenges for Stormblood for the other 4 classes that I've currently done for Matthia that I have not yet done. So that's going to be the main focus of the stream this evening. So what do you say we get started on that? So first off, we will go and make our way to Ul'dah, where we will go and take on the Paladins Challenge. Now, I've already started at levels, getting levels for Matthia, as far as being a Paladin is concerned. As you can see, he's already 2/3 of the way there. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what you were saying there, Edgelord. Yeah, I was a bit confused. Yeah, we'll make our way to Ul'dah and start by taking on the Stormblood level 60 challenge for them. So I'm pretty sure for this we have to go back over to the Chamber of Rule for this. Yeah, there's our blue icon, and it belongs to the man who gave us the Paladin quests within A Realm Reborn and started us on our journey as far as Paladin quests were concerned in Heavensward, Genlins, the leader of the Sultan's Sworn, the lead class of Paladins who are based out of Ul'dah. So why don't we go ahead and speak with him to take on his level 60 Stormblood Paladin challenge entitled Tournament of the Century. Genlins has an invitation in his pocket, and he is happy to see you. Ah, Matthia, precisely the man I wish to see. I have something in my care for you. As a fellow paladin runs by, an invitation to a fighting tournament to be held in the Colosseum. Not just any tournament, mind you, but the prestigious Ul Cup, founded by His Royal Majesty Sasagan Ul Sisigan, first Sultan of Ul'dah. 'Tis nigh as old as the nation itself. Lest you wonder why you are unfamiliar with so old and prestigious a tournament, it's because it has not been held in generations. At the Sultana's behest, it has been revived, and she now extends an invitation to Eorzea's finest swordsmen. It stands to reason that your name would appear among this exalted company, and doubt not that but her grace shall be pleased for your participation. So, can we expect you to fight in the tournament? Where do I sign up? Or I might pass on this one. No, let's do it. Wonderful. By witnessing you in combat, I dare say all of us Sultan's sworn, both fresh recruits and veterans alike, stand to gain something in our duty to protect. The champion will be awarded a tome said to hold the secret techniques of the first captain of Sultan Sworn. With such an enticing prize on offer, no small number of invitees have already confirmed their participation. I myself included. Oh, really? You should confirm yours as well by making yourself known to the tournament registrar on Royal Promenade. And they're actually going to be over this way. Pretty much right at the gates to the main banquet hall. And you're a little Lalafell, huh? Very well. Greetings to you, good sir. You are come to enter the Old Cup. Your invitation, if you would be so kind. Right here, sir. Yes, everything appears to be in order. On behalf of the committee, I bid you welcome to the tournament. Wait, you're participating too? Oh, Bartholomew, one of the Sultana's guards, also, I guess, is going to enter. To think that I might have the chance to cross swords with a fabled hero such as you! The tournament cannot begin soon enough. You needn't wait long, for the opening ceremony will begin any time now. I am told a number of participants have already gathered before the Gladiators Guild. Perhaps you might like to join them? Very well. And we have to speak with 5 of them. Well. And I think we're probably just scratching the surface on our opponents. Yeah, we want to make a warp over to the Gladiators Guild. Which makes sense, because paladins start out as gladiators. I ask that question to myself all the time, there, Edgelord. I ask myself that question all the time. And once you know it, among them, Constance, the young paladin in training from Heavensward, will also be a part of it. Hello there, long time no see. Matthia, it's so good to see you. Am I correct in assuming that you are participating in the tournament? Of course I am. Wonderful. Although I still am, I also received an invitation. Captain Genlin's work, I suspect. But know that I do not intend to simply make up the numbers. Since we last met, I have trained without cease. Such improvements I have made, I hope to demonstrate to you in a rematch. But how long will we have to wait until we cross paths with you, if at all? Then we have a formidable-looking opponent known as the Black Lotus. You've got business with me? Too bad. I've got none with you. Leave me be and find someone else to bother, like Myla. You're fighting in the tournament? You look pretty strong, but it's Black Atlas that's going to win. Or do you mean Black Lotus? Because that's who you're fighting with. That's Lotus. Black Lotus. Yeah, but he said, he's the strongest and he always protects me. If you fight him, you better watch out. And then we have Owen, another member of the Sultan Sworn here. And looks like there may also be someone else of interest that has caught my attention. Ah, Matthia, have you spoken with the captain? He's holding on to your invitation. Yeah, this is Owen, another member of the Sultan Sworn. Yeah, I already have it. Already entered! Marvelous! We are all looking forward to witnessing your skill at arms, and if the gods are gods, or if the gods are good, I shall witness them up close and personal. And then Handaloop from Ishgard is here. Ah, Matthia, a pleasure as always. Are you perchance entering the tournament? That's why I'm here. Well then, this has become infinitely more interesting. Lest you wonder, I am joining the field as a representative of the Temple Knights. Yeah, he's one of the people who works directly under Sir Emmerich over in Ishgard. For the honor of our order, I have every intention of winning. Do not hold back, my friend, because neither will I. And finally, Franz, who's considered the most popular and handsome gladiator that there is. In fact, you actually confront him in a battle as part of the wave of final bosses at the hard mode of Halatali. But I don't think we've ever spoke with him directly, so Franz, good to meet you. Outside of battle, of course. Oh, I say, are you not the postman from before? Such a beauticious surprise this is! Since coming to terms with my brilliance, I've given up provoking my opponents in favor of polishing myself further. I would love nothing more than to pit my beauticious skills against yours, and I pray that I am afforded the chance. And then we gotta speak with Mila, who runs the Gladiators Guild. Yeah, whenever you come to Ul'dah and you start training as a gladiator, whether you're just starting out in the game or you pick this up along the way, this is the person we gotta speak with. The First Sword Mila. Ah, Jacob, it's been a while. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Well, if it isn't Matthia, thought you and visitors at this juncture could only mean one thing. You're entering the Ul Cup. Indeed I am. Good, good. You are one of our very best, and it pleases me to see you continue seeking new challenges. And mark my words, this will be a challenge the likes of which you have never experienced. This tournament brings together the realm's finest. If you are to rise above them, nothing less than complete preparation will suffice. Speaking of preparation, have you been apprised of the rules? Yet, not yet. Then allow me to explain. The tournament is elimination. You lose, you go home. You win, you advance to the next match, and on it goes until a champion emerges. Combatants are initially divided into two groups, Nold and Thol. Sounds fancy, but they're simply labels given to two branches of the tournament tree. Look, Matthia, one of your potential opponents. And I think it's someone I recognized from before. Knowing is half the battle, and you do well to learn all you can of the competition. Oh dear, is it that time already? The opening ceremony is about to commence. Shall we then? Alright. I guess we have to have a cutscene where we present ourselves to the audience. And Dour Meadow, somehow, even after you frauded the tournament that was featured in the Hildebrand Realm Reborn Mysteries, you've apparently been pardoned, and you're back. I don't know why they didn't get someone to replace you, but I guess you've learned your lesson, right? I guess there's only one way to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, today I bid you welcome to the Colosseum for a truly special event. To introduce it, it gives me great pleasure to call upon Her Royal Majesty, Nanamo Ulnamo! Oh, there she is. Sultana, it's been a while. Accompanied by Papa Shan, who you also meet during Paladin training. Generations ago, my ancestor Sasagun Ursisigan founded a tournament to celebrate the skill of our nation's finest swordsmen. 100 years have passed since it was last held. By this declaration, I do hereby revive the Ul Cup. Let it be known that all proceeds from this event shall go towards continuing refugee relief efforts. My dear combatants, my fellow citizens and I look forward to an inspiring performance from all of you. May Nolthar give strength to your sword arms. With a smile on her face. Thank you, Your Grace. Next, I would invite Master Adrian, Colosseum columnist for the Mithril Eye, to share some insights into our combatants. What are your impressions of the field, Adrian? Well, Dower, I dare say it's as diverse a field as I've seen on the Blood Sands. In addition to haters and your friendly neighborhood Sultan Sworn, we have an Ishgarian knight as well as an acclaimed adventurer. Truly a colorful cast of characters. all of whom bring their unique take on swordplay. With such an eclectic mix of fighting styles clashing, would you say that we're in for a veritable treat for the senses? Yes, I would, Dawa. At this stage, it's anyone's guess who will claim the title. But one thing is certain, when the match bell rings, you cannot afford to bat your eyelids. Keep watching this space, for the preliminary rounds are about to begin. As they wave enthusiastically. So let's take our 167,000. Now, do we actually do around level 60? Nope. Yeah, the tournament is about to begin, but not before you gain 3 more levels first. Yeah, what a ripoff. We have to gain 3 levels before we can actually participate in the tournament? Boo. Yeah, exactly there, Jacob, exactly. Yeah, we'll see if Dour Meadow has paid his debt to society eventually, or if he's still the same crook that he was before. But for now, it's time for us to change out of this armor and switch our sword and shield for a healing staff. Time to go after the White Mage challenge for Stormblood. To do that, we're going to Camp Tranquil in the South Shroud. Yeah, we have this very incredible tournament that's about to start, but you have to gain 3 levels first. Yeah, what's that all about? You hype up everyone and then you make them, and then you force them to gain 3 levels. Where's the logic in that? So, let's go ahead and take our White Mage challenges in this evening thunderstorm from the young lady who is the person who gave us our White Mage challenges, both in A Realm Reborn and Stormblood. The younger sister of the Elder Seed Seer Kane Senna, her sister Raya O. So we may have to go in and... Oh, no, never mind. This White Mage to be is moving on, so as she does, Raya O, by her 2 Moogle friends, will give us the level 60 Stormblood White Mage challenge entitled Unease in East End. Raya O Senna seems unsurprised to see you.
I thought you might come, Matthia of the Whites. You sensed it, yes? The agitation of the elementals? I suggest you present yourself to Brother Isumion at Stoglade Fane. He will no doubt welcome your assistance in identifying the origin of this disturbance.
Alright, then we're making a trip to hometown, aka Gridania. And we'll speak with the Guildmaster of the Conjurers Guild, the young man who gave us our start as a conjurer here in Final Fantasy XIV. So his name is very familiar to us. So while I'm making the warp over to Gridania, how many of you guys have been watching the episodes that I've been breaking down of Stormblood from the streams that I've put out? Because we're now at 65. And I'm going to put out 2 more before I leave tomorrow for Con Bravo. But yeah, it's just a way for people to catch up with the series for those who aren't interested in poring over hours-long webcasts. Hopefully you guys have found something interesting in content that you may not have seen through the streams themselves. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak with Brother Isumion.
Matthia, how fortuitous. Ah, Sister Raya Senna directed you to the guild? Glad that I am that she did. As I'm sure you would have felt yourself, the elementals are in an uproar, and whilst I would soon depart on my investigation, the forced disquiet appears to stem from lands that cannot be approached in blind haste. I speak of East End at the very edge of the Twelveswood. Long has this border betwixt Gia Abonia and our nation been held by the forces of the Guardian Empire. The Alliance did recently take control of Balsal's Wall, and thus commands the fortifications in East End, but the stability of the region is yet tenuous at best. To be a far more certain venture were I to have you at my side. Are you willing to make the journey?
Of course.
Then we need delay no longer. Let us make our preparations and begin our trek from Camp 9 Ivies.
So you want to go the same way that the bards did? Then we shall go there. Basically following the same way that the bards did. So yeah, of the 5 level 60 Stormblood challenges that we've seen so far, only 2 to this point, this and the bard, have their level 60 challenges actually going into Eorzea. And judging from what they're doing with the Paladin challenges for Stormblood, we may never actually leave Ul'dah. I could be wrong on that, but given what they're showing right now, they're currently making us believe that that's what the case of what it's going to be like. Alright, Sumion. Yeah, we're checking out things here in the East Shroud, and of course Castor Morion is right over there. Can you feel it? Yeah, I was beside you, and now I'm behind you.
Thank you again for coming, Matthia. I arrived some moments earlier and bent my ear to the Force whispering, although here it might be better described as a keening. There is no doubt that we are nearer to the source. And I am also certain that we are not alone. Come out! You cannot hide your presence from me!
Who goes there? Sylphie? Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Conjurer's quests, Sylphie is a young girl who uses the Conjurer's techniques, but does so in a reckless manner, and it's up to you to teach her how to do things the right way. Obviously, she is very young, and so, not surprisingly, she does act recklessly, but ultimately you help her to understand the error of her ways, and you ultimately help her to succeed. So yeah, what brings you out after all this time? Yeah, my apologies if I'm spoiling things if you have not yet played Conjurer or White Mage.
I should have known that you would sense me.
Your early failures to attend lessons gave me ample practice at finding those who did not wish to be found.
Now, am I to assume that you, too, have been brought here by the plight of the elementals? Yes, Guildmaster, I'm sorry for leaving without permission, but I just had to know what was causing all this commotion.
You will return to Staleglade Fane and leave this investigation to Matthia and me. Such is the inherent danger in this task that even I felt compelled to request assistance.
Please, Guildmaster, let me help. Never have I heard the voices of the elementals so clearly before. They want to tell me something, I just know it.
And that very something that I, as Guildmaster, am charged to discover. You, as an Acolyte, are neglecting your duties back at the Guild.
But how can I ignore their pleas? I feel their unease like chains tightening around my chest. Isn't it my duty as a conjurer to protect the forest?
Their unease?
You truly sense this emotion from the river of their susurrations? And you truly wish to return the forest to tranquility? I swear by the matron herself, I only want to put into practice the lessons you have taught me.
A noble purpose. But if I were to permit this, you must promise to weigh the consequences of your actions before you commit to them. I will not see or repeat our previous incidents.
Then I can come? I promise I'll be careful, and I'll be sure to ask for Matthia's help the moment I need it.
Like what?
See that you do. Now it is past time we brave the borderlands of Eorzea. We can travel as far as Eorzea's spire, then a serpent officer will guide us through the ruins of the custom from there. Yeah, like, are we really dragging her along? Because, yeah, when you're playing as a conjurer, she causes you no end of trouble. And speaking of causing me no end of trouble, I am being called by someone that has a phone number that I don't even recognize, so I will not answer. Yeah, people really need to stop doing that. Like, if you're too afraid to tell me who you are, and then I have to determine what you are by just your phone number, how am I supposed to really trust you? Alright, Isumian. The closer we are to East End, the more certain I am we are moving in the right direction. The precise location of the disturbance yet eludes me, however. Even from the elementals themselves I sense only confusion. I fear there is not thought but to conduct a more conventional search. I will head southeast, Sophie. See what might be found directly south. Southwest is yours, Matthia. Alright. Let's see if I can hold my own around here, but before I do, I need to reset my actions because, yeah, I need to have some of the stuff crossing over. Move all. And I need to bring out Protect, Asuna, Swift Cast. I don't need Break because I have Stone. And I don't want to use Cleric Stance. Oh, Largess, I'll definitely need this. And Rescue. Instantly draw a target party member to your side. Cannot be used outside of combat. Alright, well, let's use what we got here. Yeah, the new Asuna. Yeah, sadly Stone Skin is no longer available, which is unfortunate. Something I do need to change though is this coming over here. What's that? So why won't it accept the fact that I'm putting this in here? Okay, I think I may have a glitch of some reason. Alright. So, okay, okay, I think I get it. This is always Stone 3 now. So there's no Arrow 1 or Arrow... But Arrow is still considered a separate ability. What? Oh, but it's treated like Arrow 2. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to really move stuff around here. Hey there, Brandon. Good to see you this evening. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, that's really weird. Alright. But yeah, now it's always your strongest ability that's brought in. Like, you can set Stone to a hotbar, but it'll always be the most powerful version of it. That's weird. Well, anyway, here's where they want me to touch down. Temple Knight is here for some reason, but he's probably overlooking that fate over there. Alright, let's go ahead and wait around. See what will happen. So as we scan the area.
And why do you look like Sylphie? You look a lot like Sylphie.
What are you doing? Come here this instant.
Yeah, you ran into someone. You ran into a stranger. It's like, come back with me.
Matthia, what befalls? I felt a surge of panic coming from this direction.
I think Sylphie knows.
Whatever it was, I feel nothing now. Did you see anything?
Oh, I did. And here's exactly what happened.
A child out here? By your description, the mother may be a hunter, but I'm curious as to her choice of hunting ground. Could it be their fear which has the elementals so upset? In any case, it seems the answer to that has run off into the brush. Let us return to Castle Moyen for the present and learn more of East End's inhabitants.
Alright. And that's actually going to conclude the quest. Alright. Yeah, my system's doing okay there, Jacob. Or is like, I can see my stream is okay. I can see my stream is fine. Unless they're seeing different on your end. Yeah, let's speak with Isumion again.
This gentleman is an officer stationed at this castrum. Mayhap he will know more of the mother and the child you spotted.
and we twin adders salute each other.
As you believe these folk were living in the forest, I was under the impression that the East settlement was empty. We suspect a connection to whatever is disturbing the harmony of the Tollswood. Might you spare some few soldiers to investigate the possibility?
Ordinarily, I'll be overjoyed to aid your investigation, but I fear our duties on the border demand our full attention. My most sincere apologies, Master Pardial. Yeah, first things first.
How inconvenient. This matter is far from resolved, yet I've already been overlong in returning to Stillglade Fane. Let me handle it, Guildmaster. Are you sure? You would have me entrust this task to an acolyte? You matured much in the art, it is true, but I can hardly... The elementals are suffering! Someone has to help them, and I'm sure Matthia could lend a hand if I needed it.
I'm shocked you're actually giving this some thought there, Isumion.
What say, Matthia? I had only intended to involve you in this initial foray, but might I ask that you see the matter through to its conclusion?
I guess I can.
My thanks. I foresee hardships ahead, but also an opportunity for new discoveries. Pray look in on Sophie's progress even as you continue to your own studies. As for you, Sophie, I expect you to make regular reports on your findings. May the matron watch over you both.
And so away goes the Guildmaster, so yeah. We're entrusting this to little reckless Sylphie. Well, I hope by the time this is all done, she'll actually prove herself to be gaining a lot more out of this than she thought she would. Alright, so that's another one we've taken care of. So now let's make our way over to the Ninjas Challenge. And for this, we're going to make our way over to Eastern Eorzea, and specifically Wine Ports. Yeah, it's been a while since we've made this particular journey. In fact, the last time I dabbled in ninja tasks was back last November for my Extra Life stream. It's been that long. Well, let's see which of my abilities I can still use and which ones I can't. I imagine I'll definitely want to use that. And I'll also want to use leg sweep, goad, and feint. And of course, goad being a default ability, it makes sense. Actually, Well, see, given what I've seen out of feint so far, I think I'm actually going to put it in place of leg sweep. Because yeah, this can stun an opponent, sure. But this lasts for A, for longer, and B, it is a more effective status deflection. I can always change things up as I need to if I ever come back to playing this on a more regular basis. But for now, let's make our way back over to the home of the ninja. Yeah, we could be taking our training from Lady Ugiri, I know, but unfortunately, that's not a luxury that's going to be given to us. We still got to take it from our old friends here, our old Doman friends that live here at the storehouse. Yeah, hello there, Byakubu. Good to see you again. So time for the iconic ninja theme. And that means we also get to speak with our ninja master, Oboro. So yeah, Oboro, it's been quite a while since we've had the chance to speak with you, so let's see how ninjas get on in Stormblood. Let's take on Oboro's level 60 Stormblood challenge for the ninja entitled Search for the Stolen Scroll. Oboro has the luck of a man who has seen better days. Oh, Rasa Norak, whatever am I to do? Oh, Matthia, as a shinobi, I am loath to admit this, but I did not see you come in. Then I guess I did my job as the shinobi too. Truth be told, I have been somewhat distracted of late. Princess Yuki, it would seem, sent a letter to my village praising us for our efforts on her behalf. Thus, revealing my story of an injury prevented me from making the journey home for the ruse that it was. Yeah, because unfortunately that happened to the poor guy last time. But my shame is not that I've been summoned back to the village, but rather quite the opposite. Despite knowing that I am hale and hearty, my elders seem to be in no particular hurry to welcome me back to the fold. Should the time come when we have need of your Indoma, we shall summon for you. Until then, you are to remain at your post and do all your power to aid our countrymen and Eorzea. Such were their words. Well, I guess that worked out, didn't it? Is this how far I have fallen? Am I as a falcon bereft of its claws? Or doe braid tossed to the wayside by its master? For all I know, I have been all but exiled to this place. I am sorry, Matthia. Heaven knows that you did not come here to listen to my griping. On a brighter note, I just received word from Captain Jack. It was seen some Easterners were causing something of a stir. I suppose I should be grateful that someone still has need of my services. Anyhow, it would seem the kami have led you here at the most opportune time. Would you care to accompany me? Of course I would. I thank you, my friend. Let us make for Rimso Rominsa and see what our friends at the Rogues Guild would ask of us. And so away he goes as he phases right through me. But yeah, we're going back to where you begin your journey to even begin to become a ninja. And that's by becoming a rogue in Lemsalominsa. Who's Rerez there, Miguel? Or rather, Brandon, rather. Who's friends with Rerez? Because I don't think you've actually stated who that particular person is yet. It certainly seems to be a busy night in Limsalominsa, to be sure. So, Time to make our way over to the Fisherman's Guild. As sunrise has come to this part of Eorzea, I'm going to pay a visit to the Dutiful Sisters of the Edelweiss, the name of the building that is home to the Rogues Guild. Hey Lonward, it's been a while. You look on the head inside. Indeed I am. Hey there Jack, it's been a while. Well, of a night the dimmerest zombie of them all. I trust you've been keeping your saddles sharpened. What with you and a bird on the job, I reckon all will be bored before the documents come around. Here's where we stand. One of the little birds in the Kraken's arms came chirping to me a story about some domain, so I reckon I'll break in one code or another. Seems they, the Krakens that is, were out snitching the eastern seas when they grabbed a vessel flying gaily in colours as they all want to do. But then came the rub. The crew claimed to be domain, you see, and upon revealing their captain's identity, they changed tack, begging for asylum on Eorzean shores and offering the entirety of their cargo full return for safe passage. Colin and Benny Cover, a fool, the Kraken captain, took the self-styled domains up on their offer. Stealing the eastern treasures, and the easterners themselves, away in the hold, they set sail for Limsa. But after pulling into port, a funny thing happened. No sooner had the Krakens dropped anchor than the refugees put on their best beta cases and skulked off into the dark dead of Dogman's, leaving all their treasures behind. All their treasures save one, a scroll of sorts that had been hiding in a corner, all inconspicuous like. Carver Lane reckons that these Doman refugees had played us for some rum fun, and they're off selling the scroll in the black markets for good blunt even as we speak. I see. So you would have us recover the scroll in question and bring the thieving Domans to justice. I am honored to render what aid I can, and yet I cannot help but wonder just what it could be about this scroll to make it so valuable to my countrymen. But we're not going to whittle a scrap just sitting around here on our daddies now, are we? Let's nudge town and see what the common cubs and malts haven't seen. Well, fine, why don't you go pay a toll one or visit our old wench? If there's any rumours going around about your shifty easterners, like as not Mort would know. You do remember what to order, aye? Of course a dimmer dammer like yourself would. Good luck out there, and keep your wattles open. We're waiting for you in your bog or work hole when you're through. Do I remember what to order? Oh, really? Anyway, I need to flag this guy. Yeah, advertising not allowed, dude. So let's hustle on over to the Drowning Wench. So that can be accessed through the aft castle. Oh, it's because, well, that's because, Jacob, I have more 60s on Matthia than I do on Corinne. Matthia just simply happens to have more 60s than Corinne does. Matthia has 7, Corinne only has 3. Actually, she does have 4. She has Black Mage also. Like Matthia does. Yeah, I'll need to, remind myself what I need to order. I don't think I can find out here. I think it's a strong ale. Certainly, sir. Take a seat and I'll bring us straight to your... Change your mind? Was it weak? You must be here on business. Perhaps I could offer you something from our underground menu?
Now what's your fancy? Guests from the east, you say? Why yes, I do believe we've had some visitors not long ago matching that description. They left shortly before you arrived. I make it a habit of pricking my ears up to catch our patrons' every whisper, but the party in question required little such effort. Why were there shouting of tales of riches and glory and a roar that could wake the dead? Said they were on their way to Wineport to make the transaction of a lifetime, though they weren't keen on going into detail. Just between us, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something less than savory about their business. Speaking of savory, can I interest you in our seafood stew?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get the privilege of eating that. Yeah, sadly, I don't get to partake of your fare. So I gotta go back downstairs. But yeah, Brandon, good job on making friends with another person who runs their own YouTube channel. Alright, so here's Jack. So lots of heading to Wineport, eh? Benny worked my fire. Remind me to slip Itawarn some extra blunt next time we stop by the wench for libations. That said, something doesn't sit right with me. Cackling the plants of every drunkard and tavern wants to hear. I reckon our friends might be looking to amuse us. If you whittle my gist, keep your eyes open and your stab is shot, mates. Alright, time to return to Wineport. Yeah, it looks like some very intense shouting is going on here in Limsaminsa. So yeah, maybe we should get away from that. Yeah, time to go back where we started. No, combat's still not required. Wonder what gives. In fact, I'm surprised at myself that I haven't improved my weapon, but I may not actually need to. Jack? Well, those bleeding surprise. The code-breaking curs have already bit the blow and hold the twig with a caravan's worth of bingo in tow. Word is they were last seen baiting a path of Bloodshaw. But what could they mean to... Wait a bleeding moment. What the grog's not meant for selling by keeping their throats out wet on a long voyage? I reckon our lads are trying to smuggle the scroll home. There's no time to lose. Let us brush off our beta cases and make for Bloodshaw quick-like. Aurora and I will snilch the north side. The fire, you take the south. We have to catch these curs before they slip from our daddies for good. Yeah, if combat is required, I should probably get myself properly prepared for the journey. Because yeah, my 230 daggers are good, but they're not going to cut it if we have to really get down and dirty with our opponents. I've held on to these 230 daggers for a while now, but I need an upgrade if I really want to make some noise. And given how cheap the weapons are currently on market board for level 60, I imagine I could get a good deal, and wow. Apparently this house suddenly got themselves an Ishgardian cannon. That didn't used to be there. That did not used to be there. I steal main gauches. Or main gauches, rather. Alright, I'll buy this. I need to move something out of my armory. Well, the Mithrite Rapier isn't gonna do me any good staying where it is. So let's go ahead and find that pair of daggers. Here we go. Yeah, that'll bump me up a bit. In fact, it also puts me up over 20,000 HP. And puts my attack power at 1400. So yeah, let's see how this works out. Let's warp over to Costa del Sol. And we'll find out what we can do in order to stop these guys. Okay, so how far are we going? Well, it's a bit of distance, but it's not too far, thankfully. And let's make our way to the intended destination. This means running alongside the crabs. Are these guys gonna be above me? Or below me? Nope, they're below me. Or they're at ground level. But yeah. Looks like you guys have already been having your fill of liquor. What gives? You just had to poke your nose in our business, eh? Guess you leave us no choice. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this. Yeah, but should we really be surprised? And I don't know what my meter is for. I'm guessing that's for my speed to tell me how fast I can be. Yeah, I think that's my speed meter. In fact, once I get my ninjutsu reset... Okay, confirmed. That tells me that my skill speed is increased. So yeah, that's a fun little clock. The way it's designed, it makes me think of an 80s game show, and Scott might like this one, that it was centered around romance. It was a Canadian game show called Love Me, Love Me Not. And basically, men and women had to give each other a series of facts about love and romance, and they each had to determine whether or not they were true. And the man and woman who each won on the respective sides of the trivia went on to the bonus round. And if they caught each other, they won prizes. So... yeah, it kind of reminds me of that for some reason. Okay, Jack. Yeah, I don't know if you can find that on YouTube or not. Let me guess, you came upon a couple of rock-looking coves. These coves came waving their stabbers in my face a fork-cut edge in the wood. I reckon it was the same for you? Pretty much. The scroll is nowhere to be seen, nor is anything resembling a ship. If they did not know better, I would say they are a simple group of ruffians enjoying their ill-gotten grog. The demon sees, but does he truly see? No. These unfortunate men were but pawns in a grand scheme, as disposable as the bottles that now litter the shore. I think I know who this is. No, I don't. Like, what? Meanwhile, your true Koi has boarded a trader and sails for Kogane even as we speak, under the auspices of the East London Trading Company, no less. So cunning a scheme, I wish I'd thought of it myself. Or did I? How do you know all? Bugger me, you're the cove from the House of Sticks. Or more accurately, it is the guy who I thought it was. Karasurepika! Yeah, you have to put up with this guy's shtick in the Realm Reborn Ninja challenges.
Childhood friends turn bitter enemies, then friends once more, reunited after far too long. Our hero returns and the audience swoons. Oh, what a joyous day! Or is it? I'll say this much, dim one. For once, you've managed to surprise me. To think that the oh-so-serious Oboro would lie to his elders to avoid having to make the journey home, only to find he wasn't welcome to begin with. Oh, the irony of it all. Enough of your preening and prattling, Karasui, or Karasu. I want answers. How did you know we are here? Just what is your connection to the thieves you pursue? You mean the thieves who've already eluded your clumsy grasp, just as I'm about to do? I fear that is a story for another day. And thus he disappears. Ah, ever the slippery bird, that one. Not doth looks an acquaintance of yours. That's news to Jack's Wattles. Meanwhile, we've got our work cut out for us if we still want to grab that scroll. Is there any way we can have a few words, you know, secret like? Seen the water, Captain Jack, as Rock would have it. Our base of operations is but a short walk from these parts. Matthia, pray join us at the storehouse. And so away we go. So we're going back to Wineport, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's ride out. Seen a lot of members of Thames FC tonight. Well, I guess that shows just how good Tham has been with using his success on YouTube to build up his free company. It's definitely paid off for him. And Piakabu. Yeah. Jack's never actually set foot in here before. But there's a first time for everything. Speaking of a first time for everything. Oboro. Karasu Redbeak. Of all the places I thought of such might read us, never in my wildest dreams did I think it would read us to him. Come square with me, Oboro. Just who is this Kurosu Cove? Can we trust him, or is he like as not to stick us his stabbers in our back the moment we turn a blind eye? No, I mean yes. I mean he's neither, or both. Perhaps I should say it's complicated. Judging from the early action, it sure seems as much. Anyway, if our men have set sail from here in Nagashi, I reckon we've no choice but to do the same. I wasn't exactly prepared for a long voyage, but damned if I'll leave this job half done. That said, shamed as I am to admit it, this is all Jack's first journey to the Far East. I want no Kugani from her own doxy's arse, and I don't know a rogue what can do his work without knowing the lie of the land. Worry not, Captain Jack. I have travelled there on many occasions to procure the tools of my trade from the finest Higan artisans. It would be my pleasure to serve as your guide. Your presence would be most heartening as well, Matthia. Kugane is a city where anything can happen, and there is no telling what dangers await us there. I'll agree with that, but mind you, Mathia's a right busy cove. What say we do it this way? Oboro and I will go on ahead, and we'll send for you once we've snitched out the place and worked out our next plan of action. A reasonable plan, Captain Jack. In that case, Matthia, pray check in at the storehouse from time to time. I will send word to Yome when we require your services. In the meantime, may the Kami guide you in your training. And so, away go the kindred spirits. And we'll take our 167,000 experience points. So we gotta speak with Yome the next time we want to foray go into a foray more with ninjas.
Now, it's time for us to make a journey to Ishgard for the last level 60 I currently have unlocked with Matthia. This one I wanted to save for last because it was the one that you guys wanted me to take on to get to level 60 in regards to the 3 Heavensward classes. And so, fulfilling your requests, I did exactly that. And so now, we're here in Ishgard, where we will change over to the armor of a Dark Knight. Yeah, it's not the same look as it was before, and that's primarily due to the fact that I'm sharing this armor with the Paladins, so yeah, it's the same. So because it's on Dark Knight right now, it's defaulted to its original look. The glamour does not cross over from Paladin. I should probably also as well move the blood gauge over, because yeah, judging by the looks of it, I may need it in this spot right around here should do. And then let's see what abilities as a Dark Knight I get to retain and which ones I have to sacrifice. Because yeah, it does look like I'm giving up a few. Yeah, now I have to use the various, well, first of all, we have to remove all here. Then take Rampart, Low Blow, Provoke, Convalescence, and which other one would I want? I don't need Ultimatum. I don't need Shirk. Let's go with Anticipation. Yeah, those are a lot of AoE abilities I'm giving up. Just want to move some things around. Okay, this is fine. So then, let's make our way over to the Forgotten Knight. Just have to take our massive blade over to a duo who I'm certain are hopefully happy will be working together again. Yeah, our Dark Knight friend Sidurgu and the person they were protecting, the young lady, the young Elizin Riel, who had to bear witness to her priestess mother being decapitated as the only means of her being saved from being treated as a heretic by the Ishgardian Temple Knights. And so, now that that problem has been dealt with for now, we have to see if Riel has any semblance of safety coming towards her. Let's speak with Sidurgu for the level 60 Stormblood Dark Knight challenge entitled In Memories We Walked. Sidurgu is looking grim and dark as ever. Ah, Matthia, fellow master of the Dark Arts. And yeah, that is but one of the many faces you wear. Oh, it is, believe me. Slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard, a hero by any measure who stood against Nidhogg on the steps of faith when others fled. A hero who walks in the right and fights for great causes, and a knight who walks in darkness and fights for the forgotten. A contradiction, some might say. Rubbish, I say, but you tell me, do you yet walk the path? So So long as innocents suffer, I will not forsake the abyss, or if I must forsake the abyss to serve the light, then so be it. I'll see what happens if I respond with this option. Oh, that stops it. Okay. So you have to accept option number 1. I thought not. Then let us speak as comrades. Ishgard has seen much change in recent days, and many proclaim it to be the dawning of a new era of peace and prosperity. An enlightened age, yet as we both know, the brighter the light, the deeper the shadows. As Dark Knights, we must remain vigilant for injustice, and be ever ready to defend the weak and downtrodden, now more than ever. Yeah, I think I may need to get some water after I'm done speaking Sidurgu's lines. My throat is starting to pay me a bit to treat me like crap. It has been a while since we patrolled the streets of our city, felt the cobbles beneath our boots and so forth. A tough tour from the top might be in order, when we start at the last vigil. Alright, and I'll go get a drink before I continue on. Yeah, I don't get why this happens sometimes when my throat goes dry on me, especially in the summer, because truth be told, like the archive where I work is a very warm place in the summer. And because of that, it's not surprising that you kind of need a lot of water to get around and get through a day. So it's not surprising if I find myself drinking nearly a gallon of water a day just to stay cool. So the fact that my throat is getting irritated this evening is a bit of a surprise. Nonetheless, we'll just keep on plugging. Okay, so we gotta wait here with mashed potato. Like a mashed potato, like a mashed potato. Do the twist, now you do the twist. So why are we standing here? As you look on Fortaunt Manor, you but reflect upon your time in Ishgard, the comrades with whom you traveled and those lost along the way. Hey there, you two. You seem distracted. Ah, right, you were a ward of House Fortaunt. Once upon a time, yeah. No, I suppose not. What the? Huh? Don't stink, but I swear I heard something in your pack break. What the? Bloody hells! Is that your soul crystal? What happened to the other half? I don't know.
Forgive me, it seems I'm the one responsible.
Hello there. And who might you be?
I do not know you, boy. Name yourself.
Mist, my lord. And he looks like a girl. Admit it, he looks like a girl.
I am no road, and you're no mist. Don't think I wouldn't know a bastard of the broom by sight. I have a power which I can use to help those in need. Alas, this power requires a tremendous quantity of ether. I thought to draw on natural sources nearby, but in so doing, I stole a portion of that contained within your crystal.
Oh, you little jerk.
Forgive me, please forgive me. I will return it to you, I promise, but I must first ask that you allow me to use a portion.
Yeah, no way.
Miss, was it? Who do you want to help? Anyone. Everyone. Look around you. It's not this world filled with sadness and despair? If I can free but a single person from their burdens. He means well enough. Why don't we help him find someone in need and give him a chance to use his power?
Oh, bloody brilliant. Let's believe the mysterious boy with the mysterious power who mysteriously stole a portion of Mathia's soul crystal. What could possibly go wrong? Well, it's your crystal, Matthia. Either we deal with the boy here and now, or we go along with his plan. And since you're not reaching for your sword, I gather it's the latter. Congratulations, boy. You get your wish. We're not right to find any poor unfortunate souls here, so I suggest we head to Foundation. And if we find no one suitable there, you ought to return what you stole at once. Understood?
Yes, my lord. Thank you for placing your trust in me.
And so, away we go. And I imagine he'll want to meet us in the broom, so let's go ahead and run over to the nearby Aether Currents, or rather Aethernet Shard, so we can warp over there. Because yeah, it has to be the broom. It can't be anywhere else. Or can it? Yeah, that's actually over at St. Belroyon's Forum. Which means we go back to the Forgotten Night. And as the sun begins to set, we find this young lady, Millie.
You have my assurances that the remaining funds will be delivered soon. Surely that is enough to convince you to assume work?
I've got a score of clients clamoring for my services. Clients willing to pay in full, in advance. I'd be a fool to put you ahead of them.
I understand that, I do, but it has been an eternity since we first brokered this arrangement, and many of the clients of whom you speak have come to you but recently. I know this to be true.
It's one thing to aid the Scholasticus, my lady, but you've got to understand my position here. Bloody politics it is. No man lifts a chisel till we're paid in full. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's got to be. A blessed evening to you.
Oh, I beg your pardon, I did not notice you standing there. As you may have overheard, I am funding the restoration of the statue of Saint Valroyan, and as you may have guessed, it's not going well, on account of my insufficient funds and my family's growing infamy. My cousin was Sir Ignace de Versenay of the Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, we actually had to put up with him in the battle. We never actually had to fight him directly, but he did cause us a bit of issue.
He served the Archbishop faithfully, together with his sworn brothers, great goodly men who were complicit in terrible crimes, if Sir Emmerich and this warrior of lights are to be believed.
And they are.
Ignace was distraught when he learned the statue had been destroyed by the Dravanians. He took it upon himself to champion its restoration, but because of these tales, others are reluctant to involve themselves. I do not know nor care if Sir Emmerich speaks the truth. Ignace was my cousin and a man of the Fury, and I will honor him by completing his legacy. Or so I once believed. Perhaps it is indeed beyond me.
I guess we can run down from this vantage point to speak with Miss. Hey, Mist.
We found someone, didn't we? I knew it! I knew we would!
Yeah, but this is what they've got.
I can help her. Yes, yes, I will make it right. I have the power. Come, let us not keep this poor woman waiting.
So, what are you gonna do here, Mist? Will your powers make things better or complicate things? Because yeah, if you're wondering why this statue needs to be restored, it can come down with one simple thing. The torso and the head are missing. So, suffice it to say, Millie wants restoration. But not so easily these days.
Is this child a friend of yours? The way he stares at me is somewhat... Do you wish to see your cousin again? Well, yes, I would love to see Ignace again, more than anything. But I know I will not. He walks in Halone's halls, I am certain. Think of him. Think of his face, of his smile, of his laugh. Remember every moment he shared, every memory, and hold that image of him in your mind's eye. And then go to a quiet place you shared where no one will come. Wait for me there. I really don't understand what this is all about, but since you seem so earnest, I will trust in you and do as you ask. There's a garden to the south of the tribunal, of which we are both fond. I pray you will all explain all to me when this is finished. Go with her. I will go to Sedergo and Riel and bring them with me. Then you will all understand what I can do, and why you must help. That's a promise.
Well, if you say so. So the tribunal, huh? The tribunal it is. Yeah, it's not necessarily a place that needs to be used in modern Ishgard. Yeah, its services aren't exactly required these days. So now that we're here with Millie... Ah, there you are, Skyla.
Ah, your friend has arrived. He's brought companions, I see. No! It cannot be!
What the...
Ignace! Is it really you? Oh, praise the Lord! You're alive! You're alive!
My dear cousin, how it warms my heart to see you in good health. I pray you will forgive me for my lengthy absence.
Don't be foolish. There's only joy to see you returned. Come, we must go to your father and mother at once. How they will weep at the sight of you.
I cannot. Better for them to mourn me as the son who gave his life in service to his archbishop and his home. I have heard that you yet labor to see the statue of Saint Valerian restored. Know that I am grateful beyond measure.
I am undeserving of your praise, cousin. For all my efforts, the statue remains a shattered ruin. But seeing you here, so full of light and life, fills me with renewed conviction. I will see it through, I swear to you. And if you have indeed done the things they say, then perhaps it will earn you a measure of forgiveness.
I love you, cousin, now and ever after. Look after my parents, and yourself.
I don't know how you did it, but thank you for bringing him back to me. But you must know that he is not safe here. I pray you help him flee the city.
Why? She's right. Ishgard is no place for a man of the Heavens Ward. We will sneak him out of the city. The fewer the better. Meet us at Falcon's Nest after. We have much to discuss. So yeah, there, Miss. Apparently you're a necromancer? There's validity to this. We'll know for certain when we arrive in Falcon's Nest. Is Mist an actual necromancer, or is he able to produce illusions? So over at Falcon's Nest. Yeah, that situation certainly got you guys talking, didn't it? And this is all by himself for some reason. Let's find out why.
For fear of being seen by the sentries, I bade the others go on ahead. We should hurry. The further they take Ignace from Millie, the weaker he will become. I pray we are not too late.
What? Yeah, I'm not sure I follow. So basically the extent of your illusion only works if the person that they wish to see is closer to them. And if the illusion is further away, then it becomes less capable. Yeah, here's what I was thinking. So yeah, the image of Ignace is now gone, and we now have this swirling abyss.
Forgive me. I should have known the magic would not sustain itself much longer. That which you see before you is Ignace, or what remains of him. I can give the memories form. I can breathe them full of life and return them to the loved ones. But as the memory fades, so too does the magic. Aether, formless and free, that which I took I used to make Ignace, and Millie whole. Draw your sword. Reclaim that which was lost. Consume the abyss with Soul Eater.
Soul Eater, huh? That ability is currently available to me right now. It is. Talking about range. There we go. So having done that, it is finished. Good, I've had enough of this farce. Conjuring a simulacrum of a bloody night of the Heavens World in the middle of Ishgard. Fury, take me, you are a fool. We're lucky to be alive. Your soul crystals your soul then? Let's find out. That appears to be a no. It's like, that's what's going on. Yeah. We had an agreement, boy. You were to return that which you stole.
Forgive me. I returned to you that which was used to give Ignace life, but as for the remainder... 4 more times. It is within my power to do this 4 more times. 4 more times, and you shall be made whole. You have my word.
Why does it have to be 4 more times? For a boy with such an incredible power, you are remarkably helpless. Not only did you rob Matthia of his ether, you imposed upon him to find your people in need. You want to do good? You want to be a hero? You want to help people? Then why weren't you better prepared?
I will never be a hero. I only wanted to help. It is not death itself we fear, but the unfinished story. The promise of what could have been. It is enough to break a heart. And a man. The shattered pieces of a life will never come together again. But if a glimpse of their loved ones grants them the peace they deserve, then I must...
It is your decision, Matthia. You are the victim. Perhaps some good may come out of this, or what he's got my ether and not let him out of my sight. I'm gonna go with the latter.
Then you will continue to accompany me? That is a relief. Well, we're not going anywhere, miss. Even Sid. He may look and act like a chocobo's ass, but he means well.
Yeah, well done there, Riel. Fine, fine. I'm only trying to put the fear of the gods into the right or shite. But by all means, go ahead and undermine my authority. Anyway, I'd rather not freeze to death out here in the snow. Let's return to Falcon's Nest and discuss what to do next. So now quests are all taken here. The game pretty much forces you to do it if you're grinding your Dark Knight there, Jacob. You're pretty much committed. So yeah, we gotta continue to come to them as they hide back here. Just what I needed. Another child to look after. Am I a Dark Knight or a nursemaid? Even I don't know anymore. But times, they are ever changing. And perhaps we Dark Knights must change with them. Wrong how truths are become rise, and Viron's heroes, though I should be glad if I never have to deal with another hero again. It's like, yeah, no offense of course, but you are the exception that proves the rule. The righteous are all too uncompromising, and woe betide the man who offends their delicate sensibilities. If anything, I say you are too accommodating, but it is your Aether and Soul Crystal at stake. 4 times he swears, but we shall hold him to it, together. In the meantime, you may as well get some rest or attend to some other matters. These two can keep themselves company. Maybe I'll find somewhere to take a nap, or a tavern to have a drink. Well, maybe you'll find something like that, so there we go. So yeah, now we got, if we want to ever come back and do Dark Knight again, we gotta come back over to here. I mean, it's not like we're not familiar with this place. I mean, we had to keep coming here for the Paladin's quests in Heaven's Ward to help out Constains. But yeah, of the 760s that I have to this point with Matthia, the only one where combat has ever been mandatory as far as an instanced confrontation was Black Mage. Yeah, we also had to fight Ninja as the Ninja, but we didn't have to go about, but it wasn't an instanced battle. So it was something that was just a simple, just burn them down real quick and that was it. But yeah, I think this is a, now that we've completed all the 60s that I have with Matthia, I still need to cover a few others. I still have to do Warrior, I still have to do Scholar and Summoner, and Astrologian, and Monk, Samurai, Machinist, Summoner, and Red Mage. But the next thing I want to get to 60 will likely be my Red Mage with Matthia. I made the decision that for the 2 Stormblood classes, the Red Mage I want to have Matthia focus on, and I want Corinne to focus on Samurai, just so that I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time on both of them doing both of the classes. But yeah, Matthia is pretty much my person that I'm going to have as a constant as far as grinding all the different warrior classes. I'm not going to be as adamant on doing it on everyone else. So I think that is where we will be dealing with it. Obviously, I'll have a new Warrior of Light in subsequent expansions, but as far as leveling alternate classes and showing them off for you guys as far as the various challenges are concerned, I'll leave that primarily to Matthia, and Corinne will focus on Samurai. Oh, hey there, Yami. You came in just as we're about to end the stream. I was just expressing my final thoughts before I bring the stream to a close, so unfortunately you're a bit too late, but yeah, we took care of the remaining 60 Stormblood challenges as far as jobs were concerned that I yet to cover. And so I just finished the 4th one, which was Dark Knight, and I've already covered Paladin, White Mage, and Ninja earlier. But yeah, we've got all the 7 60s that Matthia has done to this point. So now it's just a matter of doing the other ones and getting those to 60 as well. Plus, on top of that, making a new Warrior of Light and getting him ground up to the point where Heaven's Ward and Stormblood are things that that person needs to do. But I can do that in my own free time. So I hope you guys will not miss me too much. I will be uploading 2 more episodes of Stormblood before I go to bed tonight. And then I will give you 2 more episodes of Stormblood before I leave for Con Bravo tomorrow. And then after that, I will hopefully give you guys some some Con Bravo vlogs while the event is going on. I know that tomorrow will be the biggest day because of a reason that I mentioned in the most recent stream, and I hope that you guys will get to enjoy the Con Bravo content that I put out, and I will look forward to seeing you guys when I start resuming the episodes of Stormblood on Monday. But for now, that is going to do it, and with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching tonight's edition of A Day in the Life of Tales of Eorzea here in Final Fantasy XIV. I'll look forward to seeing you guys with the last few Stormblood videos I have for tonight and tomorrow, and then I'll see you guys after I get back from Con Bravo. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthia with Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.